Hi kids, this is your superpowered kid, Neva Lee Rekla. And today we have on our show a very awesome guest and a superstar, Rachel McCord. She is an entrepreneur, a master of branding, and she's been featured in Vogue, Glamour, and recently named one of the hottest models in the world. So today we're going to be talking with Rachel about teaching entrepreneurship in Hollywood. So without further ado, will you help me welcome our very special guest, Rachel McCord. Hi, Rachel.
Hi, baby love. Hi, guys. I'm so excited to be on your show.
I'm super excited to have you.
You look fabulous, and I'm so excited to learn more about all this amazingness that you do. You are quite an inspirational figure, aren't you?
Thank you.
Yes.
So what are your superpowers?
My superpowers. Well, I love this question. It's literally the first time I've ever gotten this question in my whole life, so I love it. I think my superpower is probably being able to understand people and love them where they're at. I feel like it's kind of my role in the world and opportunity to identify pain and obstacles and help people overcome them. So I would say that's probably my supergirl hero power.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So what is it like to be a model?
Being a model is fun. You get to do a lot of fun stuff. You wear a lot of cool clothes and you make a lot of friends in the industry. It's obviously a lot of work because you're constantly going in and out of meetings and photo shoots. When I first started modeling at 13, I had to go to so many castings, and you're constantly getting really excited because maybe you got the new guest campaign and then it didn't happen, or you got really close to getting something, it didn't work, or you went to a casting, it was something you really wanted to do and it didn't happen. So a lot of those things happen, so you have to learn how to balance your emotions and make sure that you stay positive. But also it's a lot of fun because there are a lot of girls in the industry and guys who are just so talented and so smart, and obviously models sometimes get a bad rep like, oh, you're just dumb and you pose for photos, but the reality is that we put a lot of work into building brands, and especially with social media we have a huge platform and opportunity to build something really cool. So I love it.
That's awesome. So did you always know you wanted to be a model?
I didn't always know I wanted to be a model. Actually, to be honest with you, I'm kind of obsessed with business, which is why I kind of dabble in different things. I run a few companies and I invest in a couple companies. I'm on the show Elevator Pitch. So we have entrepreneurs come in and pitch their ideas, and then we decide if we want to fund them, and we give them a little consulting in the room, which is a lot of really tough questions, a lot of really tough conversations, but the entrepreneurs are so passionate, and so I love working with them. So I think I always knew I wanted to do something with my life because I grew up in trailer parks in Georgia, right? So I was kind of like, I knew I needed to change my stars and I needed to change the trajectory of my life, but I just didn't know what that looked like. Yeah. So I started working really hard. I didn't start working as young as you are. You were like, you got me way beat, girl, like way
So how can I slay the fame game?
Well, first of all, you're already slaying the fame game. But, I think there's one thing in my book that it's really important to me that people understand what it really means, and, because it's called Slay the Fame Game, so it can kind of be a little confusing. But in reality, I think the message is like, hey, look, everybody has social media now. We all have this opportunity to become public brands. So it's really important that you keep your priorities straight and you have a really good plan around what you're doing. I always say, and I got this from my husband actually, but I always say, if you don't brand yourself, someone else will. So it's really important to think about, like for you were definitely a superhero. We all know that. And you're giving so many people, you're giving so many people amazing advice and tips, and you're bringing awesome guests on your show so you can share their stories with your audience. So for you, that's your brand, right? So the first step is really thinking about what your brand is, who you want to be as a public brand, keeping some of that private, right? Because for me, I love my days on the couch with my chihuahuas, watching my favorite shows and just relaxing. So I think it's really important to find that balance and make sure that you're keeping up with that even as things get hectic, because it is kind of weird when you work in entertainment, whether you're a social media influencer, a model, a podcaster, TV host, whatever it is, right? You can really find yourself in this balance of like having to juggle a public brand, the work it takes to get there, and then also the blows that you'll have with your ego and your insecurity. So balancing them is really important, but slaying the fame game is really about finding that place that fits for you. And maybe that means
awesome.
having a really great message, but having a why on it. Like, why am I doing this?
Exactly. That's awesome. And all the people at home can slay their fame game.
Absolutely. It is not just restricted for Hollywood. It's anywhere. And I think that we have to be really careful and really smart when we're on social media, because a lot of times we just want to do it because all of our friends are doing it and it's a lot of fun, but then you don't really know what it entails, right? Like, if you
Exactly.
post a picture, what does that really mean, and where is it going? So I think being mindful of that kind of stuff and thinking about what you want to do with your life. Like, what does your superpower look like, right? Like, where do you want to go with your life, and what do you want to do? And so when you start thinking about that kind of stuff, then you can be really intentional with your content, and you can create posts and pictures and videos that share that message.
Yeah, I like that. And earlier you mentioned that you have chihuahuas.
I do.
Oh.
Giggles and Munchkin, they are the loves of my life. Giggles is a little chunky. He loves treats. So, and he
That's my dog. She loves treats.
like your dog? What kind of dog do you have?
Toy Schnauzer. She's 7 pounds.
Oh my gosh, that's so cute. So,
She's like that big.
oh my gosh, it's a little bit big, smaller than Giggles, because Giggles is like small, but he's chunky. He's got a little belly on him, and so he's about 12 pounds, and he's like my little nugget. And then Munchkin is 3.5 pounds.
Aww.
Such a little baby. She is obsessed with my lap. She's obsessed with me, and all she wants to do is be with me all the time.
That's so cute. Yeah, I saw some of your modeling pictures. You actually had a dog.
Yes,
Was that one of them?
Yes, it definitely is. They're so much a part of my life. In fact, I actually am kind of like the face of Montana Avenue, which is this cool area in Santa Monica where they have a lot of shops and restaurants. I love it over there. It's near the beach. And so we did this big photo shoot to do the campaign to kind of launch it. And Munchkin was the star of the show. We were like walking to Pinkberry and eating our yogurt, and Munchkin's like prancing around with her pearl leaf. She's very, very spoiled, but in the best way.
That's awesome. My dog, she sleeps on my bed at night. And last night I tucked her in because I was up reading. I tucked her in with one of my doll blankets, and I gave her a doll pillow and a stuffed animal.
Oh, she has a stuffed animal? What kind of stuffed animal does she have?
Well, I have 2 really tiny ones. One's like from Build-A-Bear. It's like a penguin. And one's a giraffe that one of my good friends gave to me. So I let her cuddle with those.
Oh my gosh, I love that. I love that she gets the giraffe and the penguin. That's so cute.
Yeah. And her favorite thing to do is sleep.
Oh my God, that's kind of my favorite thing to do too. I understand. My dogs like it as well.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So what do you do for fun?
That's a great question. Okay, I realized recently that I'm kind of a workaholic. This is not a good thing. Do not grow up and become a workaholic. But I really love what I do so much. I love being on camera. I love going into business meetings. Yesterday, I was actually doing a boxing class at the Weather New Gems. They're like starting these new gyms everywhere, which is about this like big boxer. And so they have a ring there where you actually get to like spar. It's so
that's so cool.
I'm so sore today though, like I can't even tell you. And you can actually see all that kind of stuff on my social media because I always post about it in my story, and my handle, we follow each other, but mine's I am Rachel McCord. But anyway, so I think like for me, what's interesting is like my job is so fun that it's a lot of my hobbies, right? Like this Saturday, I'm going to the beach for a yoga event, and we're going to do some fun stuff in Malibu. So I think for me, sometimes just like shutting off is really nice, you know, like I actually just got this scrapbooking kit because I'm going to be I know, right? Like I have all these like fun memories from like just the past couple years of building my brand, and I'm like, I actually want to put this in a book. And so I'm trying to find things to do when I'm not working, because I'm like, I stopped working. I'm like, I don't know what to do. I work with all my friends, so I'm always around people that I love, and I love the team that works with me. So I have a lot of fun every day. So I just figure out things to do to fill my time. Do you have any suggestions? What are your hobbies?
Well, I actually can tell you more about them after the break, because we need to take a quick break.
Let's do it.
So we've been talking with Rachel McCord about teaching entrepreneurship in Hollywood. We'll be right back.
Are you here to change the world? Do you talk about things like vibration, frequency, awakening, and consciousness? Are you pretty sure you have superpowers? The Superpower Net is unlike normal coaching programs and conscious communities. We provide training, intuitive guidance, peer-to-peer learning, intensive one-on-one coaching, and a high vibrational network of people just like you. When you join the net, you get 24/7 access to a collaborative group of people who support you as you master your personal power and unlock your superpowers. If you're ready to use your superpowers to change the world, then join the Superpower Net today. Visit superpowerexperts.com/the-net to learn more.
Okay, we're back, and we've been talking with Rachel McCord about teaching entrepreneurship in Hollywood. So you asked me, what are my favorite things to do?
Yeah, what are your hobbies?
My hobbies. To be honest, I show up like I'm a professional, but I am, but most of the day, like on my Saturdays and Sundays, because I'm homeschooled, I knocked out all of my learning for today, and I have an interview after this, but mostly on my Saturdays and Sundays, I'm either A, playing with my dolls, B, going swimming because it's really hot out here, playing Minecraft, watching YouTube, or what else? I would say talking with my friends on the phone.
I love that. That sounds like so much fun. What is Minecraft? I haven't played that. Should I get into that?
You should.
Should? Okay,
It
we're
is.
gonna do that later.
You have to pay for it though, but it's really fun. You get to like build villages and stuff, and I made a trampoline out of slime.
Stop it. A trampoline out of slime?
Mm-hmm. They're like slime blocks.
That would be so much fun.
Yeah, where you bounce on them. Yeah, it's fun.
Totally in.
But my sister and I were actually working on a giant box fort castle.
Are you serious?
It's gonna be really big. There's gonna be an actual bathroom. Like, we're gonna make an actual bathroom. There's gonna be 2 bedrooms, and there's gonna be a living room and a kitchen and we're gonna have 2 coolers, and one of them will have the most ice for like freezing stuff, and the other will have like for like a fridge.
Oh my gosh, this sounds like so much fun. You have to send me all the details.
I will. And there's gonna be an actual working drawbridge, and then we're gonna have a passcode, so everyone has to answer the riddle to get in.
Oh my
and it's actually gonna be locked, so nobody else can get in, and then we'll have a secret entrance.
Oh, that is so cool.
Yeah.
But
And
what
it's
if someone
13 feet by 13.
What if someone shows up and they don't have the passcode, but they have a cape? Will you let them in?
Well, the passcode is a riddle, so they have to answer it.
So there are no exceptions. That is the rule. I like it. You are
And we will give them a hint.
Okay.
But if they, everyone has to come in one at a time, so no one else knows.
Wow, I like this a lot.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
That's so fun. By the way, did you know I was homeschooled too?
That's awesome. I didn't know that.
Yep, fun fact.
So what were you like as a kid?
I was very different than I am now. I was super shy. It's so funny because I know no one believes me when I say it. I literally was so shy, and
I don't see it.
You know,
I don't see shy.
What's funny is I think it's kind of unique because most of the time when you're a kid, I guess you imagine that like that's the most like when you're being your most self, like your truest self, right? But I think it was a little bit different because I went through some hard stuff as a kid, and so I kind of learned how to like shut down a little bit and just like hold myself back. And sometimes we do that, right? When we go through hard stuff, we're like, oh, I don't know what to do with this, so I'm just gonna like close up or clam up. Like you get really nervous, and so I was like that for a long time. And then I just started working on myself and working on finding myself. And honestly, having more fun these days than I ever did as a kid. And so I'm really enjoying my life right now. It's really, really
awesome.
fun. And I feel like I'm more of myself today than I've ever been.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So what advice do you have for kids who want to get into business?
Well, the first thing I would say is to get a really good head on your shoulders. So what I mean is basically just like really work on loving yourself and believing in yourself and being your best friend, right? Being your own superhero. Because if you don't, it becomes really hard when things come at you, disappointments,
Exactly.
because this industry is very competitive and there's a lot going on. However, if you put the right people in your life and you work really hard and you have a big purpose to what you're doing, right? Like you're inspiring people, right? That's your purpose. I have my purpose, and that's to help people feel and overcome obstacles and slay the game, right? So whatever for every person, making sure that you tune into that and you just keep the faith and you push and push, because it will get hard and you will feel like you're not. But if you have people around you, like you have your amazing mom who I'm totally obsessed with, but if you have really good friends that you talk to on the phone, you have really good people around you, you can be really successful. And also be open to the process, because sometimes something like we might want to be the next YouTube star, but then we get into it and we don't love it and we want to do something different. Like that's okay, because you might get into something and realize that, oh, I needed to get here to accomplish something, but now that I've accomplished it, I actually want to do something different, and that's okay.
Exactly. Yeah. And something that entrepreneurs go through, everyone has gone through this, being criticized. And I know you want to give up in that moment, like me. Trust me, I wanted to give up, but like, trust me, like keep on cutting down the vines and you will eventually get to the light side. And now it gets to the point where I like compliments. I love it when people compliment me. Some people are like rude to me, or they're not being their true selves. I'm like, I don't care what you think about me anymore. Like, it's gotten to the point where I'm just like, I love myself. My family loves me. My friends love me. That's all I need.
Absolutely. I totally agree. And sometimes people are haters because they're actually really struggling to find their purpose in life.
Yes.
And they might want to be doing what you're doing, right? And they're like, wow, what you're doing is so amazing. But then they don't know what to do with it. So they kind of just act out because they're feeling feelings that they don't understand. So I think that's a really great approach, to remember the people that love you and to stay in tune with that. And then also just know that you are a queen and you were born to slay. And haters do not need to be in your world. You can listen to the message. Like, I learn stuff. I always say I hug my haters, because the things that they say about me, I'm like, okay, let me think about that. On a business side, it helps me grow, right? Maybe someone says, oh, like she says something like this and it was taken this way. I'm like, oh, that's a good learning for me.
Exactly.
So I kind of enjoy that feedback now, but I also don't hang out with those people.
Exactly.
Sashay away.
So, how can like kids, if they want to do what you're doing, how can they do what you do?
Yeah, that's a great question. So for one, I built the McCord List, which is a network and community of some really cool, influential people, and it's based in Hollywood. So you can actually join the McCord List. We do like an approval process, but it's a great way for influential people to connect. We host a monthly photo shoot. We have brands come out and give us gifts. And in fact, we just, like, our youngest member we just invited on the McCord List is 9 years old. So we're very excited.
Awesome.
Yes. So, and it ends up too, but it's really fun because we have a really good group of people, and it's really positive, and that's what's really important to me. So for one, like, or if you want to do what I did, just build a community.
That's awesome.
Like-minded people in your community, and just do fun collabs together and start growing. And don't be competitive ever. Always look at it as a collaborative opportunity to have fun together and to build something really exciting.
Yeah. So we actually need to do funny FaceTime.
Yay! I'm excited.
All right. So you have to make the funniest face. Sammy's going to join us. We have to make our funniest faces in 3, 2, 1.
Oh my gosh, yours is way funnier than mine. That is so cute.
Thank you.
Take a picture for blackmail later. I'm a little nervous.
Okay, so we also need to do Super Neva questions. You ready?
Questions?
Super Neva questions.
Oh, Neva the Diva should be your brand. I love that.
My friends call me that.
Oh my God, I love it. it.
Okay. You ready? You have to answer questions as fast as you can.
Okay.
3, 2, 1. What's your favorite color?
Pink.
What's your favorite animal?
My dogs.
If you could be any inanimate object, what would it be?
Oh my gosh, I have no idea. Oh, probably a crown.
If you could live anywhere in the world besides where you live now, where would it be?
Probably Fiji.
What would you say to kids that are being, or anyone really that's being bullied so that they can have more self-confidence?
This being bullied? Oh, have them call me and I will handle their bullies. They are beautiful and lovable, and no one can talk to them ever like that. It's not okay. So talk to someone and get it handled, and then call.
Awesome.
I got you.
I'm thinking, would you rather be a monkey or a pig?
Definitely a monkey.
Yeah.
I love me a monkey. It's actually one of my faves.
Would you rather be a tree or a cactus?
A tree.
What's your favorite food?
Macaroni and cheese, girl.
So good. If you could be a food, what would it be?
Probably pizza, because everyone loves pizza.
Would you rather live in the middle of the ocean or in the middle of space?
Middle of the ocean, for sure. In a bikini, please.
In a bikini. Nice. Would you rather be a mermaid or a fairy?
Oh, that's a good question. I was going to say mermaid right away, but I think a fairy because then I'm kind of more free. I'm not
then you can find stuff.
I could go to the ocean, but I could leave also.
Would you rather be a peacock or a parrot?
A peacock or a parrot? Oh, a parrot.
Peacock. They're really pretty. My mom and I saw them, like 4, when we were driving. We were driving out of the store, I think, and there's like these giant peacocks.
And they're just beautiful.
They're so pretty. But you don't want to get too close because they're wild animals.
Maybe I should change mine to a peacock then.
Yeah. I'm thinking. Would you rather live in a pool of giant marshmallows this size or a hot tub with real working jets and hot fudge, but you have to live in them?
I would definitely live in the land of marshmallow.
Land of marshmallows. Like, you can make more things out of that.
Yeah, and also you could bounce around all day.
I know. And like cannonball.
Yes, I would just.
And also you could have like marshmallow pizza.
Marshmallow fights. Oh,
it would be like pillow fights. Like,
can we create Marshmallow Land? It's making me really want to play here.
Yeah, we could get like giant buckets and fill them up with melted marshmallow and freeze them.
The next time someone asks me what my favorite thing to do is, I'm going to say building marshmallow lands and playing in them. But I'm going to do it on like KCLA or like some really big outlet where they just get super confused.
They'd be
like, what is she talking about? She's cray. And I'll be like, that's right.
Would you rather live in a pool of M&Ms or a pool of Twizzlers?
Oh, wow, that's a great one.
I think I'd do the Twizzlers because M&Ms have chocolate in them and they can melt.
Yeah,
live in Arizona.
That's very true. And Twizzlers, you could like build stuff with them.
Yeah, you could make like a chair and stuff.
Yeah.
I like that idea.
Compatible with our playlands, like Twizzlers, marshmallows. Like so far, we're like totally on the same side.
Exactly. What's my favorite color? Turquoise.
Ooh, that's a good one. Do you know that's my third favorite color? I have 3 in a row: pink, purple, and aqua.
Yeah, it's really pretty. Would you rather be a mouse or a squirrel?
A mouse or a squirrel? Definitely a squirrel. I love squirrels.
They're really cute.
Do you know that at Disneyland, like my hubby works, like used to work for Disney, like on the corporate side? I know, and that beyond. Oh my gosh, by the way, on my Instagram, I have a picture of me and a massive Sully from Monsters Inc. And I love him so much. I gave him a little.
That's awesome.
But anyway, so on the Disney lot, because there's so many squirrels who get fed by everyone who works there, they will.
You get free food.
Yes, I know, right? They will crawl up your leg and just like go like this for you to feed them. And
I need to go to Disney more often.
You really need to. Everybody needs to go to Disney more often.
I know.
We should do a Disney trip. Wouldn't that be so fun? We should do this for sure.
Yes, and make giant marshmallows while we're there.
Yes. Wait, and then you can come on my show and we can put on our little like Mickey Mouse ears and talk about our experience.
And we should also say, this is how you make a giant marshmallow.
Yes. Oh my gosh, I love that.
And
Well,
then make like,
next
and then
step is a massive marshmallow set.
and then I have someone build a giant pool from my house to yours, which is a little ways away. Then we can just fill them up with marshmallows.
Yes, I am so in. Wait, when are you coming to LA to visit me?
I don't know. My mom will. I'll figure that out after the interview.
We got to make that happen, and we got to hit
do.
up Disneyland and have some fun.
Hmm. Would you ever want a pet monkey?
For sure. I really actually seriously considered it once.
Yeah, I watched a video of this woman with a pet monkey, and I was like, oh, it's so cute. She's like, but it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
It's like you have to be
That's the only reason I
committed.
do it. And I heard that they kind of like get crazy with their diapers. So
You would have to train them, and they actually make monkey diapers. Her monkey had diapers.
But I heard that the monkey likes to play with the stuff in the diapers. It lost me there. I was like, I don't think I could do this.
I would train it to know what is bad and what is good, and then I'm gonna first get the pig. I'm gonna make $1,000 and get a monkey.
I love that idea. I actually used to have a stuffed animal monkey when I was growing up, and I named her Mary. And you don't even know this, but I was so obsessed with monkeys that I had like tons of stuffed animals that were all monkeys.
That's awesome.
I love them.
Well, we sadly need to wrap up.
Aw. Well, this was so much fun, though.
It was. So where can people go to find out more about you?
You can go to themccordless.com and has all my stuff, or you can go on Instagram and follow me personally at I am Rachel McCord.
Go follow her because she's amazing.
You're amazing. I adore you.
Thank you.
So much fun.
Thank you. Okay. Would you like to join us in the sign-off?
For sure, girl.
All right. Remember, kids, we all have superpowers, and we can change the world. Awesome. Thank you so much, Rachel.
Thanks, baby love.